We gotta start quick before my internet dies again. 122, 23, 123, episode 123. Your mother
Sounds
haven't
right.
done the podcast. Midnight Run. This is our two-part 1988 series, starting with M. We did Mississippi Burning last week. I don't know if you remember.
I do remember that. This is our 1988 starting with M movie series, part two.
Yeah, but there won't be a part three. Speaking of things that start with M, do you know Malaysia's capital?
The capital of Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur.
Correct. Good job.
Thank you.
Do you remember how we met?
We met at a grocery store.
Yeah, so grocery store has a lot of employees,
Yes.
right? Do you remember the like the stern balding dude with glasses who was like an army guy? He was in grocery as well. He was balding.
Um, I don't know.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
I don't think so.
He was like shorter, had glasses, balding.
I worked
One of
there
his
for a
legs.
long time and saw 1,000 employees. I don't know.
Yeah, but he was like an army guy, very like military like.
Okay.
Maybe his name was like Troy or something. I think of him sometimes, but you don't remember, and I don't remember his name.
Yeah, I'm very good with faces. If I saw him, I'm sure I'd remember, but I don't know who you're talking about.
Okay, do you remember Wilson?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see him every morning at my gym.
He's a police officer now.
Yeah, and he is buff. Boy, is he
Yes.
buff. Super nice guy, though.
Yes.
Lovely guy. Wouldn't want to fight him.
No, I don't recommend it.
No. Do you know what else I wouldn't recommend?
Um, I don't know. What else wouldn't you recommend?
Going to Yemen.
Yeah, it's
Um,
probably not like the best place in the world to be going right now, I would say.
if you ended up in Yemen, though,
Hmm.
do you know what sea runs along the western border of Yemen?
The western border of yes.
There's a sea there. What kind of
Yeah,
sea
there's
is it?
it's either the Red Sea or the Black Sea. I'm pretty sure it's the Red Sea.
It is the Red Sea. You're on fire.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Well, I've been brushing up on my trivia. So that's
Right.
been going really good. Clearly.
Yeah. 2 for 2.
2 for 2. Nothing wrong with that. Things have just been good. Yeah, pretty good. What about you, Josh?
Well, it's St. Patrick's Day,
That's true. It was.
and you'll learn that it's a pretty Irish theme coming up in our trivia, but that's for a little later. My parents were over this weekend, stayed in this room. Um, my mom's probably our biggest fan, but I think she only listens to the clips that I post. So like she'll quote the things, but only that. So like, do you only listen to the 30 seconds I post or like full episodes? And she like dodged the question. So
Definitely just the 30-second post. It's better than some people.
that's true. That's a lot better than millions and millions of other people. But she did send me a text today. I will read it to you. It just said, episode 25, train spotting. Happy birthday, Janet. Her name is Janet. So I guess in that episode 25, train spotting, which happened 2.5 years ago, I guess it happened during her birthday, and I shouted out her birthday or something. So
Well, I guess that means she probably felt obligated to listen to some episodes.
she's gonna start from the bottom.
Yeah. Or she was like, picked a movie that she likes. Like, oh, I love Train Spotting. And then just happens to be the one where you shout out her birthday. Janet. I do remember her name was Janet. Good
Yeah,
old Janet.
she's big into like the UK Scottish stuff. So was it is a
Right.
British film.
Yes.
So it would
Very.
make sense. She probably hasn't seen the film. She probably just listened to the podcast, which is
Yeah.
fine. One more question for you before we move on.
Okay.
How good are you with holidays?
I
If I
like
named
being on them.
okay, if I named a holiday, could you tell me when it was? When it is?
Ooh, I'm
You know,
pretty bad at that, actually.
Canada Day. You know what Canada Day is?
Yeah, it's July 1st.
Okay, great. When's Bastille Day?
Um, it's got to be in August.
I have no idea. But the question is a 1 in 12 chance for you, as long as you know zodiac signs. Do you know zodiac signs?
I know some of them.
Okay. Someone born on Bastille Day has this zodiac sign.
I see.
Yeah. So it's a 1 in 12. Well, maybe not a 1 in 12 shot, but
I'm certain that Bastille Day is not in June.
yeah, I'm sure it's not in January or December as well. So
So I
that's
don't think it's January, December, June, or July.
it's probably not February either.
So I'm just going to have to say, I don't really know what ones correlate with which. So I'm just going to say Capricorn,
No, because I'm Capricorn. That's January.
Sagittarius.
No, that's December. Or is that February? Either way, it's not that either. So it's asking me this question. I haven't looked at the answer on March the 16th, which makes me think Bastille Day is probably around March. March
Okay.
21st is the beginning of Aries.
What is Bastille Day anyway?
I don't know. Before we were in the Gemini. We're in the Gemini stage currently, I believe. So an educated guess would say, "I'm losing my internet." I looked at the
I'm
answer. It's
trying.
not either.
Oh, you're back. That whole time I didn't
Oh,
hear anything. It was just robot
oh,
sounds. But I
yeah.
think you're
Just
back now, so it's all good.
yeah. It was just me saying, "Oh, look, my internet." And then I looked at the
Oh,
answer. So, oh, here we go again.
what changed?
Literally
Never used
nothing.
to be an internet thing, and now there's an internet thing.
My internet went up in money.
So you're paying more for worse service.
Yeah, it's interesting that you can hear me because I'm frozen on my screen.
Yes, you are, but I could hear you briefly. And now you're.
It sounds like I'm delayed. But I can hear you still. So that's interesting.
It's very
I
interesting.
no longer hear you.
Oh, well, there you go. But I'm sure the people at home can hear me, at least, at the very least. I mean, I couldn't be any closer to my modem if I wanted to be. So they're almost touching. And I feel like that just provides ultimate and pretty much ideal internet connection, which is really what you want in a live podcasting format. You don't want your internet cut out. You don't want to be that guy. And I would hate to be that guy personally for me. Do any of you know that guy? I don't know that guy. I do know that it's only me now. And that's fine. We have these, I think this is just kind of, we can call this Jesse's segment. We'll have this every episode. And really, we can just kind of talk about whatever you'd like. If you're in the live stream, pop a question down there. I'll answer it for you. And if you're not, that's okay too. Maybe I'll predict what your question is, and then I'll answer it. So you're asking me, Jesse, why do you like doing a podcast with Josh so much? Well, I'll tell you, he's one of my oldest friends. We used to live together, watch movies together. And I figured, what's a good reason to talk about movies with an old friend? And also be able to hang out with that friend every single week. And this is exactly how we do it. And, our podcast has been met with tons of
I
success.
can only imagine the things you're saying. Anyways,
Wow, this is
plan B.
wildly different.
It's my laptop now.
It's your laptop. You're holding a microphone. You sound different. Not bad, just different.
Different. Why do I sound different?
I don't know. You sound better.
I sound better.
You sound way better. Yeah.
Okay. Terrible lighting though. I'm gonna turn this off. Yeah, this is gonna be an editing nightmare for me. But so it's not Sagittarius. Going back to the question. It's not Capricorn. What are you?
I'm a Gemini.
You're a Gemini. Okay, well,
Yeah.
that throws a wrench into my idea that we're in Gemini season now. So it's not Gemini. Ooh, fancy. So just pick one.
Okay, I will pick one. I will pick good old Aries.
It's Cancer.
That's fine. So that's in either late June or early July.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay, so you turn on your laptop once a week, I assume, right? And
Yeah.
I do the same with my computer for this stupid podcast. And for some reason, it sucks recently.
Right.
But I think it has more to do with my computer than it does with my internet, because I'm right beside my computer on a different computer, and it's fine. So
maybe it is a computer issue. You almost gave me whiplash when I heard you speaking on. I don't know if this is a different microphone or how it's interfacing with the
exact same
laptop or whatever. You sound 500 times better than you usually do.
The exact same microphone. I just plugged it in from my computer to my laptop.
We're going to be getting comments. Why hasn't he been using his microphone like this the whole time?
July 14th, 2025 is Bastille Day. I think it changes. So no, it's always July 14th. Well, I used to do it on my laptop, which I guess I'm going to have to start doing now again. But we changed because we kept getting out of sync. I guess I have a lot of, tabs open and whatnot, and that slowed my computer down because it overheats.
Yeah.
And then we would, like 10-second difference. So that's why we changed, and it worked. There was never a delay, but we'll do this now and figure it out.
Right. We'll see what happens. That's all we need to do.
It's very windy out. Don't know if you're experiencing that as well.
Yes. Yes, I had to batten down the hatches, as they say. Latch the doors.
So yeah, St. Patrick's Day, you wore green at work.
Yeah. I wore the hat, the green top hat. I'm not sure what that's about. I wore my beaded shamrock necklace.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a pint of green beer while I was at work as well.
And you ate the Lucky Charms.
Yes, and I said diddly dee potatoes at least 4 times.
You can't say that.
You can't?
It's gonna rain tomorrow. So weather update. No, you can't. I gotta move over. So you got a whole. See, look, it's like a cross.
That's the painting.
Religious cross there.
Yeah.
I guess I could.
We're all St. Patty.
I guess I could take, because my computer, it's not very good. My webcam.
Well, it hasn't stopped me. I'm using my laptop webcam and it looks horrible. I always use it though.
Yeah, it's a part of the charm.
Yeah, exactly. But I sound good.
You always sound better. So.
Well, this episode you're gonna be listening back and you're gonna be like, "Wow, this is changed the whole dynamic of the whole podcast."
Hmm.
You'll see. I'm telling you.
Uh,
I wouldn't lie to you.
Episode 123, Midnight Run.
Yes. Yes, indeed. That is the movie we were forced to sit down and watch.
Interesting. So this movie has great reviews, nominated for Best Picture, lauded by critics and humans alike. Everybody seems to like the movie. Groundbreaking, even though Planes, Trains, and Automobiles came out the year before. So I went on Letterboxd, and I was looking, as you do, at like reviews and stuff, all positive. So I'm like, let's see what Sour Juggernaut has to say. So I found you. I knew it was you right away because the last movie you reviewed was The Straight Story, and then you have other podcast movies on there, and then some other not podcast movies. So you watch movies by yourself or without me, anyways. So that was interesting to see.
Yeah.
So I'm curious how you're going to review this one, but I have a feeling that you did not like the film.
No. No, I didn't. No, not very much. This was nominated for Best Picture. I'm assuming that's a joke.
No, I believe it was nominated for Best Picture.
That can't be possible.
1988. It would have been 89 Oscars.
It simply is not
I
possible.
remember, I seem to remember reading that. Mississippi Burning.
Hey, you read wrong. There's no way.
Winners and nominees. Just scrolling down. Well, it wasn't 89. That was Mississippi Burning.
I'll tell you what it did not get nominated for. It was the soundtrack, best score. It
was an 80s film. It had the 80s music. There was it was music all over the place. Maybe I'm wrong. The film was nominated for the Golden Globes. My apologies. Golden Globes. Best Motion Picture.
Yeah.
I mean, Best Picture at the Golden Globe. That's so big.
No, they give that shit away to anything.
At least now it's like, if you win Best Picture at the Golden Globes, you're most likely going to win Best Picture at the Oscars. But I don't think Nora won. No, Amelia Perez won. So never mind.
Yeah. No, I can't say I really liked this one very much. That had its moments, for sure. But I would say in general, I kind of hated it.
Okay, before we get into that, 1988 Golden Globe Best Picture nominees. It was won by Working Girl, which I think was also nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars. Big. Robert De Niro really wanted Tom Hanks' role in Big. Didn't get it. Fish Called Wanda.
Yeah, that wouldn't have worked.
Might have. Fish Called Wanda, Midnight Run, and Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So notice how like Mississippi Burning wasn't on that list because it's like a good movie?
Yeah, did notice that. Yeah. Okay. So you didn't like the film. I was thinking, watching the film, like it had a lot of hype behind it, and I also didn't find it all that great. But I'm like, Jesse's gonna find the good in this, and like he's gonna be like, "What do you mean? When he fell down that cliff, he didn't like that?" Well, I thought you were gonna really like this movie. But no, didn't. Okay, good. I'm not crazy.
No. So was this supposed to be a comedy?
Yep.
Did you find yourself laughing a lot?
No, sir.
No. No, sir is right. I maybe had a smile once or twice. That's about it. And really the only tolerable parts of the movie were when both of the two main guys, were on screen. Robert De Niro and what's his nuts?
Charles Grodin. Grodin?
Yep.
Everybody's dead. Yep.
Everybody's
Most
dead.
most of the actors in that film are now dead.
Hmm. Well, that happens.
Name an actor that's not De Niro, and they're probably dead. Um, we had the actor who played Sidney. He's been in stuff we've done.
Sydney? Who's
He's like
that?
the lawyer, I think, for the main bad guy for
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know who you're
looking a
talking
little
about.
skinnier.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, he's been in stuff.
Dead.
He's in like Seinfeld, I think,
Yeah.
or
He
something
plays the
as
library
well.
cop.
That's it. Yeah.
Um, yes. Okay. Yeah, not funny. Um,
No. No. Not really at all.
yeah.
And I mean, I guess like maybe at first I didn't mind the chemistry between the
Mhm.
two, but then it was just kind of the same bit over and over again. Just like him asking questions, and Robert De Niro's like, "Shut the hell up!" And like, "Oh, I'm not talking to you again." And then they start talking again. And he's like, "Oh, why I oughta," and just you know, it's like wow.
Yeah.
And I even at one point, I paused the film to go to the washroom, and I noticed how much time was left, and I was like, "How are there 40 fucking more minutes left in this movie?" It felt like the movie lasted a very
Two
long
hours and
time.
6 minutes. Yeah,
Yeah, it was a
it's
long
an
2 hours
action
and 6
comedy
minutes.
film.
Yeah, and even the action wasn't that great. I don't know. And like this Marvin or whatever, that like other bounty
Mm-hmm.
hunter guy, just kept showing up, and he kept, "Hey Marvin,
See you in Los
like,
Angeles.
see you later." Oh, he found us again. I don't get
Smoking
it.
or non-smoking? I wasn't going to tell you this,
I'll let you
but I
guess.
did have a nap during the film. About a 25
I
minute nap.
almost did.
From about like the 50-minute mark to the
Mm-hmm.
115 or so.
I'm open to letting somebody who really likes this movie explain to me why it's good, and maybe that'll change my mind. But I genuinely don't understand. And talk about the most obnoxious, annoying soundtrack I've ever heard. It's like, oh, here's the hokey 80s music that's playing over every scene really loud.
Yeah.
I was like, you guys don't think maybe you could do something with like some silence here? Or something more subtle or something like that?
Yeah, and what's with him and his family?
Yeah, that was weird too. It's like, oh, I'm seeing my daughter for the first time in 9 years. Let's barely say anything to each other. And daughter doesn't seem to hold any sort of animosity or
Yeah.
anything. I don't get that.
David Sims on Letterboxd says it's a real grilled cheese of a movie.
I saw that review and gave it like 4 stars or something.
He did give it. No, he gave it five stars. So good. I think grilled cheese means good.
I must.
The dude from the
I looked
Matrix
at
is in it.
dude from the Matrix is in it. What dude from the Matrix? Oh, that guy. I know who you're talking about. Yes, he's also in The Fugitive. But anyway, I know who you're talking about. He was all right, actually. I didn't hate him.
Wasn't bald yet.
Yeah, not quite yet. Yeah. Yeah. I don't get it. And when I Googled it, Rotten Tomatoes gave it, I don't know what the fuck it was, like 95% or
Yeah.
something. I'm like, wow, this must be the best comedy I've ever made. And then I go on Letterboxd, it's like 3.9 out of 10, out of 5. I'm like, wow, that's pretty solid. And then, I don't know, to just like really old people are writing all the reviews for this movie. It's like, oh, I remember it back when it came out. It was It was quite the gag of a film.
I have to rewatch. I'm sure it was good. Apparently um, this movie directly inspired Toy Story, the Woody Buzz Lightyear relationship.
Hmm. Okay, I can see that.
I mean, this movie was pretty formulaic, but I think this might have been like one of the first ones, like late '80s, kind of buddy cop, buddy action film. Um, it's kind of genre after genre of all the same stuff, but I think maybe it seems a little dated for us because this isn't fresh to us, but it was like one of the first ones, so it's,
Mm.
maybe that's why it's so beloved.
That could be it.
Could be. Did not pass the Bechdel test. No women in this movie at all.
Yeah, there was barely any women whatsoever. That is very true. I did like Charles Grodin's his delivery sometimes.
Yeah, he's known for that delivery.
Yeah, good comedic delivery.
Very good. Midnight Run reviews, or maybe I should do like Midnight Run. Why good?
Yeah.
Yeah, Reddit seems to love it. Really enjoyable film. Does not get better. Danny Elfman did the score,
Yes, he did.
so you know,
Swing and a miss on that one, Danny.
I think it's one of the smartest and exciting buddy pictures I've ever watched, and believe it's highly underrated.
I'm not even trying to like overblow my reaction and it genuinely was not good. I don't
I thought the
understand.
writing was bad. Like it could have been good, but like yeah, a lot of stuff going on.
I don't know if, yeah, man, I've seen a lot of movies with Robert De Niro in it that are very excellent, and he is very, very good. A very good
It's
actor.
not very good in comedies.
No, well, I haven't seen the Meet the Parents movies.
You would probably like it better than
Robert.
this, apparently.
Yeah. When I think of Robert De Niro comedies, that's what I think
Bad
of.
Grandpa.
Yeah, Bad Grandpa. But I mean, the man is in like Goodfellas, and in Heat.
What?
And in
wasn't he in
Casino?
He in The Irishman as well.
Yes, The Irishman. He's in like Godfather Part 2, and like some really excellent movies with really excellent performances.
Hey, speaking of The Irishman, have you ever seen the Ireland flag?
Yes.
What's the leftmost stripe color of the Irish flag?
Well, it's either green or orange. Let me try to picture it in my mind here. I'm pretty sure green.
Yeah, that's correct. It is green. What you think? They play a lot of instruments in Ireland, right? They play a lot of instruments. They have a lot of coins, a lot of money. They have the euro in Ireland.
Okay.
Their euro coin features a Celtic one of these musical instruments. Don't say bagpipe. That's Scottish.
A Celtic mandolin.
No. A harp. A Celtic harp.
Oh, that makes way more sense than a mandolin.
Founded in 914 AD BC, unsure. This city, known for its crystal, is the oldest in Ireland. It's the oldest city in Ireland known for its crystal. It's not Dublin or Belfast or anyone.
Have you heard of it?
Never heard of it.
Starts
with a W. Starts with a W.
Woust.
Waterford.
Waterford Crystal. Very famous.
And the last question of the week has nothing to do with Ireland. It has everything
Okay.
to do with 1980s movies.
Okay. Great.
Tom Cruise
Mm-hmm.
took our breath away as Maverick in this 1986 film.
I don't even need to answer that
Danger
one.
zone. That's not how it goes.
Yeah, you said the words, so I mean, okay. Well, that's an easy one.
And that's it. It's over, much like the movie. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so late. Okay, well,
Yes.
anything else? Anything you liked about it besides the two main characters and sometimes they talk? What about the ending? Like how he ended up getting more money. They had that moment. He put the watch on him. Those um those handcuffs apparently scarred Charles Grodin for life. Yep,
Really.
had scars.
They did a lot of, I thought, from what I could tell, it seemed like they did a lot of the stunts themselves.
It did look like it, which doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. No. So unless they had like really good stunt doubles, I'm sure they did. But there was a lot of them like, oh, did they just jump out of that plane? Was that them? Or is that them driving?
Hitting the tree, yeah.
So they had the hitting the tree. I mean, I guess they had that going. The ending was not the worst part of the movie.
No,
No, I could think of a worse ending. I did kind of think he was going to let him go, but
it did seem like it was going that way, yeah.
yeah. But I was okay with it. Just let him go and just shut up and end, please.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for picking this movie, by the way. I really appreciate that.
Everything about it seemed like it was going to be good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, well, how do you like the acting?
I mean, the two head honchos there, I mean, pretty good. I mean, I can't say they really were acting. It was bad acting. I think the writing was pretty shit. That's not really their fault. They had some decent comedic chemistry at times. Pretty much every other character was horrible in terms of acting. Especially, I did not like the FBI, like the main FBI agent. I did not like that other bounty hunter guy. And we saw a lot of them. I thought they kind of sucked. So maybe I'll just give acting like a 5. You know, not great, but whatever. Wow, what's happening? Are you standing on top of your laptop now?
No, I got the internet message, so I
Are
just
you
moved
even
my
there?
laptop.
That's my next question.
Yeah, I should be there. Are you there? Nope, not there anymore. I hate it so much.
Is Josh still with us?
Maybe next
Part
time.
2 of, I mean, that could be, we already had one Jesse segment.
Maybe next time I'll pick a different room.
And this time,
Okay.
just maybe if you, do you have a cable that goes from your modem into the device you're using? Just hardwire that thing in there.
My modem. I'll pick a different room next time.
Yeah, you can get a little cable that goes from the modem, and you can plug it right into your laptop or your desktop. Although not always with the desktop, but usually with the laptop, and you just get the internet just hardwired into your computer.
Yeah, but it's the other end of the house. Oh yeah. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good. Sorry, what did you give acting?
I gave it a 5, which is generous, I thought. But that's what I'm giving it.
I'll give acting a 7. It's not bad. I didn't hate the acting in this film. Thought it was one of the strongest parts of the film. Acting. 7. De
Okay.
Niro,
Okay.
Grodin. I mean, nobody was bad that I thought of.
Mm.
I mean, I wasn't turned off by the acting. It's mostly the writing.
Okay.
The ending, I thought the ending was decent. Obviously, we knew where it was going to go. I did, anyways. He was going to let him go. Big yawn. But they slowly made their way to friendship. I don't know if I give you $300,000. But they got there, and that's exciting. So I'm going to give ending a 6.
That's what I would give the ending as well. 6. Pretty good. That's all I got to say about it.
I'm going to give my internet a 1 out of 10. I think next time I'm going to have to pick a different room. I'm going to have to experiment outside of the second bedroom, which could be detrimental to our quietness. But how did you feel about the movie? Oh, wait, you didn't do ending. How do you feel about the ending? Do you do ending?
I said 6. Yes, I said 6, and that was all I had to say about it.
How do you feel about the movie overall?
I did not enjoy myself. Nope, not very much. There were some pretty good comedic moments, I suppose, but I felt like they were overdone. It's kind of the same gag over and over. Yeah, Robert De Niro, he's a good actor. And as I said, him and the other Grodin, they were the only good actors I thought that I could see on screen. And so that's got to help it a bit, which it does. The soundtrack I hated. It was annoying. Really super annoying. So that all said, I'd give it a 4 out of 10.
That bad, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this movie had a lot of ebbs and flows. I thought the ending, or the movie itself, started out interesting, decently strong, and then it kind of fell off, and then you got Grodin, and it kind of went up a little bit, and fell off. Ebbs and flows. I'm gonna give it a 5.5 out of 10. 5.5. The ending was fine. The acting was fine. The writing wasn't very good. It wasn't the worst movie I've watched this year, but it had so much hype behind it, I thought it was going to be another Mississippi Burning. It wasn't.
Not quite. Not quite.
So you give it a 4, huh?
Yeah.
I remember that.
This is a 4 movie right there. You know what else burns?
Oh, right. Fire. Yeah.
Fire burns. You know which mythical creatures create fire?
Dragons.
Dragons.
Mm-hmm.
There are dragons in the movie that I'm picking. It's my first
Is it
hint.
animated?
No.
They're real dragons?
Well, the movie itself is live action, but I'm assuming the dragons are animated unless they hired some real dragons, which would have been hard to do.
Yeah. Is Heath?
But I don't know. I didn't read up on it.
Heath Ledger in it?
I don't think so.
Oh, the movie I'm thinking of, Heath Ledger stars. So you would know.
Yeah, I don't think that's it. We are watching Reign of Fire.
Rain, but it's spelled R-E-I.
R-E-I.
Reign
G-N.
of Fire.
I believe it came out in 2003.
2002, actually.
2002.
Matthew McConaughey. Christian Bale.
And Christian Bale.
Is this our first McConaughey movie?
I believe so.
Disney Plus. Gerard Butler is also in it. He must play the dragon.
Something like that. So that's what we have to look forward to next week.
The film is set in England in the year 2020.
Yes.
18 years after a London underground tunneling project inadvertently awakened dragons from centuries of slumber. And they have replaced humans as the dominant species on Earth. Oh, well.
It's a movie I did not know existed up until a week ago, where my friend Greg from work alerted me of its existence. And instantly I knew I had to watch it.
So this is a bad Rotten Tomatoes score, which means it's going to be a good movie.
Yeah. My stomach is making
That's
noises.
your stomach.
I don't know if you can hear that. It's my stomach.
I thought it was a cat.
No. I felt as though I had to fess up to you. It was my stomach.
Did you not eat dinner?
I ate dinner. I had butter chicken and rice.
Disney Plus.
That's great. I did not know it was on Disney Plus.
Well, you'll have to double check. It says Disney Plus, but who knows?
That's true. Who knows?
Rain.
Oh man, it's later than it normally is.
Just doing the math, we would be if we start on time at the 51-minute mark. So
yeah, we're over budget by a minute.
But we didn't start on time.
No, I had some difficulties.
I had nothing but difficulties.
And then you had some. Yeah.
Terrible. Okay, well then I won't do Backdraft next.
There'll be a lot of fire movies.
Burning, yeah. They did say the word midnight run in the movie. That was interesting.
Yes.
I always love when they do that.
I wonder how many of the movies that we've seen they say the name of the movie.
They said Companion. Mississippi. Yep. I feel like they said Mississippi Burning.
I don't think they did.
It definitely said A Serious Man. I don't know if they said A Simple Plan.
Yes. No, certainly
definitely didn't say The Straight Story.
No.
Gentlemen Broncos for sure, though.
Yes.
Yeah. I could do that for every movie.
Let's do this. Let's do this for 115 more movies.
Well, they're just like the last few we've done. We're done now. I don't have to keep doing it. But if we want to, I can't scroll up. They didn't say it for Primer, I don't think. Did somebody call Jet Li the One in the movie? Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Green Lantern, 100%.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you're done. I get it. It's always an adventure.
Yeah.
Well,
I had almost 2 Jesse segments this podcast. It's a little thing I do when you sort of disconnect. Just a little alone time with the viewer.
Would you like me to keep those in?
Do you not usually?
No, I think I do. No, I do. I just know sometimes maybe you get a little embarrassed about all the alone time you have.
No. If there was ever a thing I wanted you to remove, I would tell you. Which I have, I think, 1 or 2 times before. But I think it's been a long time. You know, I've just really grown to accept the person that I am and the words that I say. And you just go ahead and keep them in there no matter what, unless I say not to.
I probably won't do any editing in this one. I feel like... Because what's the time on yours?
44 minutes.
Okay. So that makes me think that yours, the whole thing will upload one segment, which will include everything. So I don't have to edit a single thing, but maybe I'll just cut out all my bad microphone stuff. So that it's just all good microphone stuff.
When I hear a robot, does the recording come across as a robot or no?
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't listen far enough into it. But maybe I will this time, just to see. I mean, I would assume so.
I would assume not.
I don't know.
But I don't
I'll
know.
take a look once we stop, and I'll let you know.
Okay, great. Well, thank you everyone for listening. You've really stuck it out with us for this one, and all other 122 episodes we've done. We love making them. We're going to keep making them, despite all the adversity we're facing. And we just, what's keeping us going is the fact that we know that you're at home listening.
Yeah. And everybody who is listening, make sure once you stop listening to go and get a snack, because your little tummy is a little rumbly. And
Little tummy,
we
yeah.
want you.
Rumbly, tumbly, wumbly, as they say. Meow.
Yeah.
Meow. Okay. This is us signing off.
Nice.